him again. He just got his foot caught there, booed by the challenge from Cooper. And he's limping away as the play goes on. Nolan. Linker. Well, that's excellent play by Pembridge. Oakes has come in on the far post. He's back to Carbone. Oh, yes! A bit of Italian magic. And Sheffield Wednesday have clinched the points now, all right.
Great finish, Carbone, but delightful play from Pembridge. Great awareness. Just clips it around Little, waits for the support. Great shot. Crossley, no chance. It's only what Sheffield Wednesday deserve. We've dominated this game from start to finish. Should be more than two, but now the game's won for them.
Carbone's.
It was Sheffield Wednesday's foreign contingent who created the first goal. Orlando Trustful powering forward, then Benito Carbone curling his shot round Peter Schmeichel. Wednesday's lead lasted just
the field. Forest continue to self-destruct. Brian Roy's careless back pass, a clear invitation to Benito Carbone to help himself, and he did just that. Forest saw another 3 valuable points float down the Trent. Richie Humphries' first effort blocked, but Carbone didn't make any mistake.
Carbone's kick was everything Wednesday's evening hadn't been. Confident, crisp and successful.
Ian Nolan making advance on the West Ham flanks. Looking cross, McCluskey's come a long way off his line, Carbone! And Wednesday have pulled one back. And Lomas doesn't look too happy about it, I'm sure McCluskey isn't. Good finish by Carbone though, 4-1.
Whittingham. Lovely touch from Carbone, finding Hyde. Atherton. Now Nolan. Carbone, now can he turn? It's Carbone! It's brilliant! There is perhaps a question to be asked about the defending in that they stood off Carbone, but didn't he tee it up supremely well?
Football here from Sheffield Wednesday, still trailing 1-0 though. Here's a man who could unlock the door, to Canio. Booth. Carbone. Oh, just touched away! It's there! Turned in eventually by Di Canio. 75 minutes gone, they can still win this one. 1-1 the scoreline here at Selhurst Park. Di Canio. Cross coming in from Hyde. Touched away by the keeper, and first one blocked. Di Canio reacting quickly.
I've got Di Canio, unmistakable figure. On the left, it's a good turn, and there are 3 waiting in the centre. Whittingham coming in far side, and it's Carbone! Yes, it's 2-1. The Italian got it. Having made those changes, David Cleat looking for a new shape here for Wednesday. This is Carbone trying his luck. Oh, I say, what a shot! That's a brilliant goal by Benito Carbone.
Had a long chat with no holds barred. They felt they'd put things right. And back at Hillsborough, so it proved. They were helped by a hold that was barred by the referee. Matt Elliott's muscle negating Benny Carbone's clever control. That was a penalty which Carbone himself took. Enough to inflict on Leicester their first defeat and give Wednesday their first win.
I'll tell you what, the players that make there.
Hillsborough between Sheffield Wednesday, who started second from bottom, and Derby, who were fourth from bottom. There were 5 goals in the first half, the first of them after 5 minutes for Paolo Di Canio. The goal spree continued as Di Canio was brought down in the penalty area. From the resulting spot kick, Carbone stepped up to restore Sheffield Wednesday's leads.
David Cleat down below is explaining to everybody what's gone wrong. Well, he couldn't get a goal for Liverpool or Celtic last night, so he's going to struggle tonight. Carbone, great ball. Goal. That was a good goal. Paolo Di Canio. Di Canio, and well, you're certainly getting your money's worth. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Grimsby Town 2. If the defence can just hold out, we was caught on that left-hand side. This is no disrespect to, I think it was Mark Leverman who got caught. Well, he didn't really get caught, but he hadn't got the pace of Di Canio. And if Jack Lester can keep chasing, there's only 3 more minutes of play remaining, plus injury time, but nobody's been down, so it'll only be time wasting. And Di Canio, who's had a good game on that left wing. And it's in. Di Canio with 3 minutes remaining.
Whittingham, then Di Canio, Briscoe overlapping again. Here's Briscoe's cross, there's Carbone! Benito Carbone, only 5'6" tall. He didn't have to jump much higher than that to meet the Briscoe's cross. And at last there's joy inside Hillsborough. Briscoe head to the byline, Carbone was left all alone, and Paul Gerrard hadn't an earthly. But now, for the second time in a matter of moments, he faces Benito Carbone. 2 penalties already this season. Here's Carbone again. 7 goals for the season, and 3 points surely for the afternoon now for Sheffield Wednesday. Carbone is the hero of the hour. And at last there's true... Short gets up again. Barnby wants a piece of it. Nolan clatters it into the clouds. Di Canio has located Hurst. Hurst has located Di Canio. Di Canio can seal it. Away from Hinchcliffe. And again, Paolo Di Canio. 3 goals, 3 points for Sheffield Wednesday. They've done the Italian job on Everton. Paolo Di Canio. How many times did he want to beat Hinchcliffe? Once, twice, and into the net.
Carbone. And Sheffield Wednesday attacking with Pembridge. And Edinburgh's missed it. Di Canio! 3-2! And now everyone's looking at their watches. Well, they got caught, didn't they? This late in the game, I don't think Jerry Francis will be too happy. They're absolutely caught at the back. 4v2 at one stage. Don't think Ian Walker will be too happy. I know it's powerful. I know he strikes it really well. You know, but he's at an angle, it's gone in near post. It's a little bit going on his backside, Ian Walker, a little bit early. Well, now this is interesting. Good touch. Steadies it. The first touch, so vital. So the next one can be that powerful shot.
Depth in the middle there, and a good solid tackle coming in, picked up by Di Canio. Booth's in there too, Di Canio going through, scores! Oh, his 6th goal of the season, and everyone's been a peach. Oh, what can you say about this man? He had them backpedaling there. The challenge coming in, not good enough. And Sheffield Wednesday lead Bolton Wanderers by 1-0 in the 20th minute.
Once, but twice. Sub number 2 was Benny Carbone, delivering a luscious pass for Di Canio to diddle and dodge his way around Paul Jones for an extravagant finale. In their last 14 league games at the Dell, Wednesday have won 9 and drawn 5. So was it tradition or inspiration?
It was our plan.
Him enormous satisfaction coming back to the ground where he was such a distinguished player.
This will be a great point for Danny.
But it might not be. The Canio with a chance to win it. Sheffield Wednesday celebrates. The Italian, who's been an irritant to the officials all night, who might have been red-carded by other officials, stayed on the field and gets what could well be the winner.
Well, the chance could have fallen to a cooler man on the field than Canio. In these situations, he's ice cold, takes it around the keeper, just rolls it into the back of the net.
And the harsh realities of life in the Premiership are hammered home to Barnsley yet again. Into the last 2 minutes, a fine performance by them. It looked as though they were going to withstand Wednesday's pressure and take a point. Now it looks as though they're going to get nothing.
6-4 against Wednesday, 6-4 against Newcastle. Those are the bookmakers' odds. I wonder if they've overlooked Newcastle's recent record here. Only one defeat in 9. Oh, that's changed the odds. That's Canio. We've got less than a minute on the clock and Sheffield Wednesday have taken the lead. Carbone just looks up once. Canio doesn't need to. Brilliant finish and a wonderful start for Sheffield Wednesday. Carbone the provider, and Paolo Di Canio goes into double figures for the season.
That's a good ball. Di Canio tries to go on the end of it. Carbone! Carbone scores! Benito Carbone scores after 6.5 minutes, and it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Liverpool 0. Liverpool completely exposed by that long ball out of defence. They were worried about Di Canio. They failed to spot Carbone, and that delicate of chips completely stranded David James. What a super ball by Andy Hinchcliffe, and a simple shot which I think cannoned off Di Canio and looped over David James. I just wonder whether that might have taken the merest of deflections, but the goal will be credited to Benito Carbone. Great touch by Di Canio. Picking out Rudy now. Decides to use Nolan. Di Canio, it's in! And Sheffield Wednesday retake the lead. Oh, that's a lovely image as Paolo Di Canio has a hug with a young Sheffield Wednesday fan who must be absolutely delighted with this superb header, which rattled against the underside of the bar and has rattled Liverpool. There's the man of the moment, Paolo.
Come to Hillsborough for a point, so I wonder what he was thinking when they fell behind after 33 minutes. Old white boots himself applying the finishing touch, Paolo Di Canio's 12th goal this season.
It will be only their second since the Premier League began over Manchester United. And headed clear by Des Walker. One last effort perhaps now by Manchester United to rescue this game. But with a cross, away by Des Walker. And Henning Berg has flattened Andy Booth. And here's Paolo Di Canio, who's ready to torment the Manchester United defence. Carbone to his left. This is Benito Carbone. Whittingham's waiting in the middle. Whittingham. Di Canio. It's a goal! Manchester United have been defeated! Nottingham headed it back across the face of goal, and the ball had crossed the goal line before that abortive attempt was made to clear it by a Manchester United defender. Paolo Di Canio scores for the third successive home game.
Sheffield Wednesday manager Ron Atkinson admitted that his side looked nervous in the 1-0 win over Southampton, but claimed they just about deserved victory. Here's how they got it. Benito Carbone lashed home the only goal of the game, 12 minutes from time. That was enough. Wednesday, like Southampton, pretty much assured now of beating the drop, and here's how it went in for the Italian.
Booth was not missed. Everton were desperate for an equaliser, but they were badly caught out in the dying seconds. Di Canio danced around two defenders, and then Norwegian goalkeeper Thomas Mura. Wednesday is safe, Everton in serious trouble with just 2 games left, and the first of them is away at Arsenal next week.
6 minutes, Wednesday have the lead. Di Canio, put away from Nielsen. Support from Carbone, trying to put Di Canio through, and he has done, and it must be for both. What a save from Walker, it still must be, and it finally is for Paolo Di Canio. And Ian Walker, with 2 terrific saves, got no support from his defence at all, and Wednesday, with 10 minutes to go until half-time, are 2-0 ahead. It all seemed to happen in slow motion. Walker totally exposed. It was the 2 Italians really that fashioned it. Carbone's pass, and Di Canio's first shot well saved. Great save from Booth's follow-up, and Walker unlucky. The ball went back to Di Canio, who couldn't miss from there.
Wednesday completed a happy Hillsborough day with an Italian flourish 3 minutes from time. Carbone did the hard work, Di Canio applied the finish, but one home win doesn't make a season.
Paolo Di Canio and manager Danny Wilson became evident. The Italian was dropped to substitute, and although scoring after his introduction in the second half, questions surrounded his future.
Again, they're their own worst enemies, Forest, presenting the ball back to Wednesday. Carbone got a lucky deflection, and it's come back to the Italian again! Brilliant goal! What a way to end the famine! His first of the season, his first in 18 games, an absolute beauty.
But what about the defending again from Forest? Absolutely woeful. The pass from Helder straight to Carbone, looks up, spots Besson off his line, and this is absolutely exquisite.
From Johnson, the tackle's flying in now. Rudy, Carbone's onside. Can he make it another? He can! He must be wondering why it's taken him so long with skill like that.
But what about the defending? They're trying to play offside. He's in line. Besson shows him a lot to the far post. But once again, good skill from Carbone. Just curls it in with the inside of his right foot.
Benito Carbone has been one factor in the Sheffield resurgence. A couple of clever goals on Monday, another here that left Sasa Ilic beaten and bewildered. The little Italian was flying.
And there's Carbone! The lead lasted barely a minute. And Wednesday themselves have lift-off now. Michael Oakes beaten by a spectacular bicycle kick from Benito Carbone. And when the ball dropped, he seemed to have an age in which to measure up his options, and he chose the right one. 1-1. Looking a lot less pretty now he hits a shot wide. Pierce. Carbone, a little shove to get himself in position.
is in difficulties here. Carbone's right through, all the way through, and it's a penalty. It had to be. It was a wonderful run by Carbone, felled as he was right at the end. And West Ham looked down the barrel of a fourth goal. You can see there as Carbone goes through, it's just a matter of time before one of the three West Ham players bring him down. And he will have the pleasure of taking the penalty himself and perhaps scoring his 5th of the season. Oh, beautifully taken penalty. And it's 73 minutes gone and 4-0. So West Ham still have a quarter of an hour of this agony. And it's a long, long time since West Ham have been 4-0 down at home.
Nothing. In the 57th minute, though, Benito Carbone unleashed a stunning shot to make it 2-0. It needs little comment. It was his 6th goal of the season.
Here's Alex Anderson. Inside for Booth. Back to the Swedish international. Yonk steps over it. Carbone! Another good finish from Benito Carbone. Wednesday double their lead. From the Swede, through the Dutchman, and finished off by the little Italian, Benito Carbone.
Newsom. For Gemmell, taken by Newsom and then Rudy. Materazzi with Carbone in pursuit. Unsworth hemmed in and forcing the error. It's Carbone and it's 1-1. Another defensive error. Another potentially so important goal in the skirmishes near the foot of the table. Carbone merely a lurking presence, but Unsworth just stubbed his foot into the ground at the same time as making contact with the ball. And Carbone is not one to spurn such opportunities. His 8th of the season. Came off Unsworth. Materazzi, another error. Carbone in again. Materazzi this time, and his fellow Italian profits once more. What a time to commit defensive errors of this sort of magnitude. And from being 1 down, Everton have literally handed Sheffield Wednesday a 2-1 lead. Carbone was almost tripped. Maybe Mura would have had more chance of stopping the resulting penalty, but as it was, he was given no chance.
It's a proud rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone from the Liverpool fans, but Carbone may change that. Oh, that was swift and to the point. Benny Carbone is still loved at Sheffield Wednesday, and he's come on as a substitute, and he's made his point, and that was some goal.
Derby, Makoku, Benito Carbone. How about that? He is back with a bang in Masters football. Benito Carbone shows his class on the Masters stage yet again.
But we're talking about that little bit of quality. He dinked to put in the other corner, comes inside and a cracking strike, and it had to be.
Carbone's away here. Can he show his skill? Benito Carbone! That is special.
He just, as soon as he's got the ball, he's through on Lance Key. That little bit of composure, he's still got the fitness and the agility, and he knew it was going to be a goal and a cracking finish. A little bit of a dink.